Very interesting. But somehow you went from Mel Phillips to King
Oh,
Kurt.
I'm sorry. That's right. You're right. I was talking
Complete
about
opposite people.
okay. Yeah. So okay. So that's how. Yeah. Thank you for bringing me back. Okay. So the idea here was I was talking about being a kid, like being a kid, not a ring rat, but I would go to the wrestling. I went to the wrestling. I really loved it. Anyway, in Maple Leaf Gardens, outside the curtain, the side entrance, like inside the building in the arena area, to where the wrestlers were, I was kind of hanging out there, hoping to get a glimpse of somebody coming out, or I try to talk to the guys when I could. And a guy comes out from behind the curtain. He had a suit on and kind of looked like he worked with a promotion. He says hi to me. He goes, "Hey, what's doing?" I'm 13 years old, right? And I go, "Hey, good." And we started talking about wrestling a little bit. And then he started offering up information that I never knew. And then he said to me, he goes, "Yeah, I work with, I guess at the time was WWF." I go, "Really?" He goes, "Yeah." We started talking a little bit more. He goes, "Here." This guy takes out a, yeah, man. This guy, he takes out it was kind of like a pinkish, light reddish wrestling ticket to, I think it was Philadelphia Arena, Auditorium, something. It's where they did the TV tapings for WWF. And he wrote his name, which was Mel Phillips, and an address. I'm going to say, I still remember Taney, Taney, Taney Avenue, Boulevard Street, something like that. That was where he lived. He had his phone number on it. I gave him mine. I didn't, think much about it. He goes, "Hey," he goes, "next time I get in town, we'll chat or something like that." I go, "Okay," because remember, I wanted to get into wrestling, right? So he called me from Philadelphia. "I'm going to be in town." He goes, "Why don't you come down to, I got to say this, he says, "Why don't you come downtown? We meet me at the hotel and we'll have lunch or whatever, right? We'll go bowling or whatever it is, right?" So anything we say today, Hannibal, whatever I say today, this is going to be the most important thing that I say. I sensed, any kids who are watching today, I had a sense that there was something kind of off about this. It didn't make sense to me, right? Why would this guy be interested in me? I was like 13 years old. He was in the business. What am I? Something about it in my security system went off, right? And I said to my oh yeah. I said to my mother, and also, like, I was the vintage, from what I understand, I was the poster boy for someone that he would prey on, because unfortunately my father split on us not too far before, a single family home. My mom was, up to her neck and trying to, make life work. So I was perfect for potential grooming into ultimately what he wanted to do. I sensed something was wrong. And so I said to my mother, I told my mom. So let me just say right now, kids, you kids out there, you have to trust yourself to see if something's wrong. And always, forget about cleaning up your room and doing your homework. Not that it's not important, but whenever it comes to a situation of safety for you kids, you gotta ask your mom or your dad. If you have both of them together, fantastic. Or if you have a guardian, a grandmother, a grandfather, uncle, whatever, you got to trust wisdom. And wisdom comes from experience, not from kids. I knew that something was fishy about this. I told my mom. My mom goes, "What does this guy want with you? Like, come on, something's wrong here." She goes, "You know what? Invite him up for dinner." So Mel Phillips takes the subway up, into the Bathurst Manor, into the my Jewish neighborhood in Toronto. Mel Phillips comes in. My mom gave him hamburgers, and Mel was, I think he was a music teacher, and I think he played the organ in church. And like, on the surface, it would seem to be a nice enough guy. My mom had spent her career as an educator, so they were talking about something like that. And then he left, and he wanted me to go downtown. And next time he came in town, he called me to come downtown to the hotel again. So I told my mother, and I wasn't the kind of guy that's going to ask my mom or tell my mother about everything, but I did sense that something's wrong here. I told my mom, and my mom says to me, "He's a director. There's something really off about this guy." And I kind of agreed with her. She goes, you can go, but you have to take one of your friends with you. Call my buddy Elon, right, who was accused with me of sabotaging the George Cannon show. We went down and met Mel Phillips, Mel in the lobby of his hotel. I didn't tell Mel I was bringing a friend with, and I see that when I show up with another friend, I can see Mel is kind of like, he's kind of deflated a bit, So whatever, we went and got like, I don't know if we had lunch or I don't know if we went bowling. I don't even remember, but that was the last I saw of him. And years later, when we found out what this guy was, I don't know if you got to say allegedly or not, but we'll say allegedly for the sake of not getting sued, was up to. I thank God for my mom's being present as a parent, and for me for asking her, and even for my own sense of, something was wrong here. You trust yourself. You got to trust yourself. So that's my brush with a predator.
Yeah, and he's long dead, so I don't think you
Is
have.
that right?
So, yeah, both
Really?
all three of them are dead now: Phillips, Patterson, and Garvin.
Wow.
And as you said, stuff went on. People got released. Some people just stopped working for the company until it blew over.
Yeah.
Settled. There was at least one settlement made, but it all blew over. So thank God that period's over with.
Thank you for watching the Hannibal TV. Please like this video if you enjoyed it, and click the subscribe button to not miss any of our latest shoot interviews, match videos, or news updates. Support us on patreon.com for $1.99 a month to watch our full shoot interviews ad-free and help our channel grow. Follow us on Twitter at the Hannibal TV for instant updates.